Hi Andy, welcome back to the Hawthorns. How does it feel to be back here?
It's fantastic, bringing back a lot of memories and been reminding of a lot of memories as well, things that I've forgotten over the past. So it's been a very long time since I've been here, about 15, 16 years, and the stadium is fantastic, and really looking forward to watching the game tonight.
I'm going to remind you of another memory now. It's just over 22 years since you scored a hat-trick on debut here. What are your memories of that night?
Well, I think I'm maybe one of the only players in history that's been booed and cheered in the same game. So yeah, that was a very unusual start to my career here at West Brom. I arrived from Newcastle and wasn't quite match fit at the time, and fortunately Ozzy had a lot of faith in me, and he kept me on the field when things weren't going so well, and yeah, my career here could have gone in a total opposite direction if he'd have hadn't held his nerve and kept me on the field at the time. But I turned it around and we scored a hat-trick. We won the match, and obviously my career that season went fantastically well for us, culminating in the Wembley final.
As you say, it didn't go off. That first half of that game wasn't great for you, but obviously all of those goals at the tail end of that season so crucial in getting us promoted. Your relationship didn't take long to become strong with the supporters.
Yes, I well, as I say, it's all, especially for a striker, it's really important to score goals, and at the start of my career here, it could have gone either way at that particular point, because I think had I, like I said, had Ozzy not had held his nerve and kept me on the team, on the field, I think I could have struggled maybe. But for the next run in at the end of the season for us, so I'm indebted to Ozzy for showing his faith in me and keeping me there, and of course the 13 games that I was involved with at the end of that season was just something that a player can only dream of, you know.
People always, when they look back at football clubs, talk about the great partnerships. How special was your partnership with Bob Taylor?
It was I played for 10 years, and I was lucky enough. I think I played like 350 games or so, and I couldn't have had a better partner. He was the best strike partner I had throughout my career. I've always said it, and I've been told Bob will be here tonight, and I'm really looking forward to meeting him again. It was a shame towards the end of my career here and Bob's that he picked up so many injuries, because I think in a way that would have, had he have managed to stay fit, we all know what a great player he is, and we just had an uncanny knack of knowing what each other was going to do. I think we had a similar philosophy of the way we played. I mean, Bob taught me a lot when I first came here, and I learned so much from playing with him, because he just had a very unselfish nature, even though he was a phenomenal goal scorer. But he was a great partner to play with. He would bring you into the game. He would give you the ball, and that's unusual, because I've played with other players who were great goal scorers, but if they weren't doing that, they weren't so much involved with the game, and they certainly didn't seem as concerned with their strike partner. But Bob was really good like that. So and I felt that for me as well, that was something that I was able to learn and pass on as my career went on to other players.
About halfway through your time here, Richard Sneekes arrived as well and added even more goals to that forward lineup. How special was he for you?
Yeah, he had an incredible start here. He became something of a cult hero while we were here, and while I was here, and he, again, just like I did, I think he started here and he just couldn't stop scoring goals when he arrived, and he just had an amazing ability to get forward, to be in the right place at the right time. It's something I don't think you can really teach. You either have that or you don't. But of course, when you get the chances, you've got to take them, and he did. He was prolific from midfield, and like I said, in a way, it's a shame Bob never stayed fit for so long, because he kept picking up a few niggles and that over the years. Because I really think that we could have gone on and done a lot more at that particular point. But yeah, I got on very well with Richard, and we had a good time while he was here.
I think it's almost common knowledge, really, that you've been living abroad for a few years now. What have you been doing with yourself?
Well, I moved out to Belize 14 years ago, and I just retired. I retired early. Unfortunately, I got through ill health when I was at Charlton. So then I just really spent a few years doing very little, and now we have a very flourishing business. We've got we call it a jungle lodge. It's a small hotel, and we run an adventure travel company out there, and so it's built itself up now into something that's a lot more than I was actually bargaining for at the time. But it's become a nice business for us, and a nice life. So, but yeah, now I'm having a bit of a sabbatical from that back in the UK, and really excited to be back at West Brom.
You had any Albion fans come to stay at the Jungle Lodge?
Yes, I have. I'll give him a shout as well, Dean Walton, and I'm sure he'd be happy to have his name on camera. And yeah, one of his friends came with him. So yeah, I've had a few fans come out. So that's lovely for them to do something like that.
It's, as you say, it's been 15 years since you've seen the supporters and that they've seen you. How much are you looking forward to going out there at half time and seeing them again?
I can't wait. It's what can you say? It's a dream come true for anyone to do something like this. An ex-player, I mean, you just feel like a kid all over again. I think if you ask any fan if they could do this at half time, they'd be buzzing, right? Yeah. So just as an ex-player, I haven't done this for 14, 15 years. I'm back in Norfolk playing old man's football now, veterans football. Pulled my groin in the warm-up and all this kind of thing. So now it's a strange feeling, but it's going to be amazing. It will be really great to walk out on the field and to feel that atmosphere again and be a part of that is extremely exciting.
I'm sure you get a great reception. Cheers for your time.
I hope so. Thank you.
Cheers, Andy.
Yeah.